welcome back. I'm Courtney and this is the Accounting Struggle, where we speak about our struggles with accounting openly and honestly. We do not run from them. And y'all, I'm back. Happy New Year. It feels so good to be back. I've been out on the sick and shut-in list, and so I haven't been able to make a video for a while now, so it feels great to be back. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for being here again. So today's video is going to be pretty short and sweet. I'm recording this kind of early in the morning, so I'm being a little quiet so that I don't disrupt my neighbors. But basically, I wanted to talk about busy season and a few things that you can do to keep your sanity during this busy season. So if you're in public accounting, it's here, it's happening, it is upon us. Busy season is officially starting, and whether that's audit or tax, it's here. And so this busy season, much like the one we had just a couple years ago, is going to be especially intense because of, yes, you guessed it, COVID-19 and all of the new stuff that has happened because of COVID. So I've done a few videos before on things you can do, like busy season must-haves or keeping your sanity during busy season, where I've like written blogs about it in the past. But I felt like this was a good time to revisit this topic because this busy season is gonna be like a little bit more intense, or probably a lot more intense than the other busy seasons that we've seen in the past, and they're already pretty intense anyway. So I thought maybe we could use a little bit of encouragement, some tips for staying sane and not losing it, and so that's what I wanted to do today. So one of the first things that I would say that's really going to be important this busy season is familiarizing yourself with all the new changes. So from a tax perspective, what that means is just familiarizing yourself with kind of the main things that are going to impact your clients and the things that you'll be seeing that are new this year, that are not something that you should or already know. So things like the PPP, all of the EIDL loan, any pandemic unemployment assistance, all of those things are going to be key factors that are going to impact your clients, things that you will see that are not normal busy season things. You may have seen a little bit of it last year towards the end, towards extension season, but you'll probably see a lot more of it this year when you're going to do returns as well. So that's stuff that you want to make sure you're up on the latest laws. You have all of the key factors and the key law changes kind of already written out. Like, I know you can't sit and read the entire stimulus bill, but if you can just download the PDF and be able to search for things when you need it, that's probably a good place to start. So just making sure that you're staying up to snuff on the latest laws. One thing that you can do is, of course, if you're working in a big company or if you work for a CPA firm, I'm sure that there's some sort of like meeting. I know when I was in public accounting, we would have like a kickoff meeting for busy season, and we would kind of go over some of those things. But if you're not in that type of setting and you're in your individual, maybe you're a sole proprietor and you're doing taxes for people, or you're in a smaller firm, some things that you can do, you can get on irs.gov, of course, and look into some of the latest items up there, or the latest updates there. You can do some free CPE if you aren't trying to pay for it. There's CPE offered in a million different places. I like Illumeo. That is the CPE company that I use. The membership is only like $300 a year. I'll leave a link in the description box if you are interested in more information for that, but they have a ton of videos that you can go through and watch on demand for your CPE that way. But yes, those are some of the first or main things that you should be doing, is just making sure you're staying up to date on the latest like legal changes. Another key factor for this busy season and staying sane would be to stay healthy. I've said this before, and this is real ironic because I'm just getting over a really bad sickness, but staying healthy is going to be so key, especially with coronavirus. But outside of that, it is just in general, it's flu season, and what you don't need is trying to work through a very busy time at work, a storm, if you will, of busyness while you're sick. So staying healthy is going to be like super important, because a lot of times, I know from personal experience, working so much in such a short period of time can actually drive you into a cold or into, you know, a flu or whatever. So just making sure that you're getting enough rest Now, you're obviously not going to get your full 8 hours of sleep. I'm not being ridiculous here, but you do want to try and rest when you can. And rest looks different for different people. It's whatever it means to you. So if rest on the weekends means like on Sunday when you finally shut your computer for the week, you just maybe lay down on the couch and watch some Netflix. If that's what rest looks like for you, do that. But making sure that you're getting some rest, some time to shut your brain off and just let your body relax. If you're doing that, even if you have to schedule it into your day, you have to find a time to do that. You're never going to really be done working. So the issue that I used to run into when I was in public and I had to meet my charge hour goal, I felt like, well, I'm never going to be done with this work until busy season is over. I'm always going to have more work to do. Because they would say, don't just stop at your charge hour goal, keep going. And I felt like, okay, if I keep going, I'm never going to stop because I'm never going to be done with this long list of work. But with that, you have to force it. You have to schedule it into your day. So if you just take 1 hour, I used to leave and go get my nails done. Everyone knows this. Once a week, I would leave work and like 11 o'clock and go get my nails done because that was my me time and I needed to do that to keep my sanity. So those are the types of things that I'm not saying you should go get your nails done, but making time for you, making time to just literally rest, just to get, even if it's 30 to 45 minutes in a day, making sure that you're doing that adequate rest is going to help keep you a little bit healthier mentally and physically. The other thing is eating healthy. So eating healthy is going to be super important during this time. This should be a lot easier this busy season. Normally the issue is when you're in the office, people are sending donuts, they're dropping off, sausage biscuits every Saturday morning, and it's just so much temptation. But most of us are working from home right now, so that should not be as much of an issue as it normally would be during busy season. So usually we would have dinners like a couple times a week, and then every weekend, every Saturday when we worked in the office, we would have lunch. That should be a lot easier to avoid this time around because now we're working from home. What I would suggest is getting on a meal plan. I remember nights eating just for dinner, I would have flaming hot Cheetos and like a glass of wine just because I didn't have time to cook, and that was what it came down to sometimes. So in order to make sure that you're having a balanced meal, I would suggest doing some sort of like meal delivery service. That's what I do. My person is local, so I'm not gonna drop their information because they cannot deliver to you. But if you can look into one of those meal delivery services, that will be worth the coin. Definitely make sure you are eating a well-balanced diet throughout this busy season. You cannot survive on flaming hot Cheetos and wine. Trust me, you will get sick. So just make sure that you're trying to stay on top of your eating. And then the next thing is exercise. I ordered a bike when the pandemic first started. It's like a stationary bike that I have at home. I can hop on it in the middle of the day, like on my lunch break for 20 or 30 minutes, or if you want to get on it in the morning or whatever. But you can definitely find the time. Mine was like $200 on Amazon. It's not a Peloton, but it is a bike and it works. So if you can find ways to do workouts at home, you don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to, be a part of like a fitness realm. You really just need to get some movement in a day. So if that's just taking your dog for a walk on your lunch break, or if it's doing a cute little 30-minute circuit in the morning before you start your day, just making sure you get some type of activity. I like Get Fit Done by Brett. I think his name is Brett, and the channel is called Get Fit Done, and he does cycling videos. So if you have a stationary bike at home, you can do like 20 and 30-minute rides with him, and his videos are really good. But if you want to go on YouTube and just find some exercise videos, even if you're like, well, I don't know what to do, I don't really work out, this is the time to start. Trust me, you have to get some type of movement, some type of blood flowing in your body, or you're going to explode. So make sure you're getting some exercise in. There's a lot of different YouTube videos that you can do at home with no equipment, but just make sure you're getting some movement in each day. So those are my tips for staying healthy. Another really important thing that you're going to need to do this busy season is making some time for your mental wellness. Now, I know this sounds real cheesy and like, girl, nobody has time to sit down and do yoga every day. Like, it sounds cute, but no. But you have to find time for your mental wellness. And again, this is going to look different from person to person. For me, with my mental wellness, what it looks like for me to stay sane, I have to take some mental breaks every day where I just do nothing, where I don't allow my brain to be stimulated in a way where I'm having to think. So that means I just binge like 30 minutes of Instagram feed, or I'll watch like TikTok videos or get on YouTube and watch videos that have nothing to do with education, nothing smart, nothing transformative, literally just nonsense, some gossip sites, just anything to take me down a hole of like foolishness. That's something that I consider to be mental wellness, because I'm thinking and being strategic all day, and I don't want to do that when I'm on a break. When I'm on a break, I don't want to look at stocks. I don't want to talk about investments. I don't want to talk about like smart stuff. I just want to be like, you know, did you see that new Cardi B video? Like, that's the type of stuff I need in my life when I'm trying to take a mental break. So whatever that looks like for you. So if it means watching one episode of Love and Hip Hop every week, or if it means, you know, going to just sit on the couch and do nothing, or taking a nap, whatever your mental wellness means, if it's journaling, if it is surfing Pinterest, honestly, do it. Whatever it is, you have to keep your sanity, and you have to take some time just for you, where you're not serving clients, you're not thinking, you're not being performing, you know, at a high level. You're literally just doing nothing. So if that means cleaning your house, because you know we're at home now, if it means taking your dog for a walk, literally whatever it is, make sure you're doing that at least a couple times a week, because otherwise, again, mentally you're gonna and that's what no one needs. So my final tip is to make sure that you are communicating with your team as much as possible. This, I know y'all got to be tired of hearing this. I'm tired of saying it, but these are unprecedented times. Woo, take a shot every time you hear unprecedented. So these are really, you know, different times. And so trying to work through things kind of in your loner stance, with your head down at your desk, with do not disturb on as your Teams or Skype status, that's probably not the best strategy for this busy season. I think it's going to be more important to collaborate. We're going to be seeing things that we don't normally see. So one reason to collaborate is to make sure that you're doing things correctly, and you're kind of talking through some of these odd scenarios with other people. Offering support is something that other people may need as well. People who may typically really thrive in an environment where they're able to see people and be around people, they're missing that. So just making sure that you're reaching out to your team, making sure that you're communicating with people, even if it's just checking in. Hey, how's your day going? How's your week going? I know that it seems like who has time for that because it's busy season, but you never know what you can actually get out of it from a work perspective. So it is something that I would highly recommend, making sure that you keep those lines of communication open. Don't keep your Skype status or your team status on do not disturb the entire day. Someone I know did that in busy season of 2019. His door was closed to his office, and his status said do not disturb for 3 days straight. Strange things. And he was a manager, so it was just basically like, don't look at me, don't talk to me, don't touch me, don't come in my office. I am not available. I am not here. And that's really not the type of messaging you want to send. Yes, this is going to be a very, very, very busy time. Yes, we're going to be overwhelmed. There may be a few tears. I know I definitely am a crier when I become frustrated. So that is all going to happen, but it really will help if you are not doing this completely alone and struggling in silence. So make sure you're communicating with your team. Not just about the logistics, but also just about collaboration on projects. So make sure you're doing that, staying healthy, eating a well-balanced diet. That means at least 3 real meals, you know, real ingredients, not those words that are on the ingredient label that you can't pronounce. Like, make sure you're eating whole foods. Make sure that you are exercising, even if you're not working up a sweat and you're not burning calories and you're not doing a crazy circuit. Just go take your dog for a walk, or just go up and down the steps. Get your watch, you know, to say like you did something today. So make sure you're moving, and then do something for yourself, even if it is literally just an hour of loving hip hop on Sunday, or watching, I don't know, what are the girls watching? The girls are watching everything. I don't know. I haven't turned the TV on in a long time, but watch some TV, relax, take a little bit of time just for you, just to ease your mind. But most importantly, number one, know what's going on. Get in there on the CPE websites and figure out what the latest laws are that are going to impact your clients. That's the first thing you have to do. So anyway, I hope that this is helpful. Again, sorry that I'm whispering and that I sound like a man. I'm getting over a really bad cold, and it's really early in the morning, and I live in a townhouse, and my neighbor's kids' room is next door, and I don't want to wake them up. So anyway, I hope you found this video to be helpful. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share, and thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for today. I will see you in the next video. Bye.